Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Aries. My name is Chelsea and this is the channel where we do all Aries readings and I'm really close. Today we're going to do a general energy check-in. What do you need to know right now? I'm doing that for you guys because I have also done one for my other channel, Seven Sisters Tarot. The link is in the description box. That of course is going to be all signs. This will be more in detail and in depth for the Aries collective. Over there it will be in all signs, so you can check your moon, sun, and rising. Okay, I don't know, sun, moon, and rising. All right. Let's go ahead and get started. Holy Spirit, spirits, and angels, please all my beloved, clear message here for the Aries collective. Okay, so this reading, off top, I pulled the overall energy. Spirit wanted me to pull 3 cards, or from 3 different decks, and I did. 4 cards actually came out. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about this reading before we get started, because I can already see what the energy is here. This is kind of picking up on the collective energy, really. I don't want to say the energy from another reading, but this is obviously in the collective about you, Aries, being fearful or being afraid or overcoming some fear to start something brand new, to start a new endeavor, or to take something that you're doing to the next level and to be guided by faith, right? Not by sight, to be guided by faith, all right? I think this is beautiful because your energy came out in the center of the reading as the Fool card here, and I'm using the Good Tarot. So it came out as the Fool. I wonder if you can see that clearly. Look how beautiful that card is. So it came out as the Fool energy, and I'm going to read this card because it comes with a little, I don't know, it's different than the regular Rider-Waite tarot, and it gives some nuggets. I want you guys to I read a lot of stuff, but I really want you to hear this deeply, okay? So this Fool card talks about enthusiasm, right? Usually that's what the Fool is, taking a leap of faith, going for something with damn near not even thinking, just jumping and knowing that you're going to be supported along the way. Right? That is what it is. Your spirit guides are with you. So you are taking that, I wouldn't even say impulsive, but you're just taking that chance, that risk, and just going for it with that faith, okay? And enthusiasm. But this says, I know that a spiritual approach rarely appears logical and sometimes even seems impractical. However, when this card appears, I can take a risk and trust that with faith, anything is possible. The invisible realms will reveal each step along the way. Okay, I am meant to experience this regardless of where I travel. This is a time when I'm learning that I am a spiritual being having a human experience. And I want to repeat this line. It says, the invisible realms will reveal each step along the way. I thought that was very powerful because the cards that came out in the angel answers was meditation brings answers and in the near future. You also got fear, and it came in reverse, and it says, I realize that I am testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. This is very powerful, guys, especially when you're feeling like you're stuck. I tell the story all the time how I had an all signs tarot channel. I felt like I told people and it just really didn't pan out the way I wanted to, and I started meditating. Somebody in the comment section said they don't really know how to meditate or they're not doing it right. I just feel that there's no real right or wrong way. We have a lot of people who teach how to meditate, but all you really have to do is you're connecting to source. However you do that, there are people who run to connect, you know what I'm saying, who jog, who, obviously breath work is a part of that, exercise, art, doing your artwork, listening to whatever helps you tap in and connect to source. I have a few different ways, but when I first started to learn how to meditate, I remember, I think I learned through Abraham, and I remember, I think, when she had a seminar one time and she was just talking about listening to like your refrigerator run, your AC running, focusing on that so you can tune out the other noise. Of course, listening to your breath in and out, and doing that until you get into a meditative state. You don't need to clear out all the thoughts or the junk in your head. You just let your focus, if you meditate long enough, you focusing on something, one thing, eventually all of that will diminish. You just have to do it long enough. You just cannot give up, right? And then you start to receive these messages. You don't want really pure silence. You want to receive the messages. You want to hear the thoughts. And sometimes maybe even if they're negative or draining or scary, you kind of like want them to go by like they're going by on a boat, right? You're just observing these thoughts because you're connected to source. But sometimes, a lot of those times when I don't like to say get better at it, but when you've been meditating for a while, you can literally ask a question and that answer will come through. And it's a great way to get your next steps. The next steps when you don't know them. And I think that's the biggest problem with a lot of people is that we try to create a blueprint within ourselves when the blueprint is already resourced, already written for us. All we have to do is connect in. All we have to do is tap into our spiritual guides. That's it. And then it literally is given to you. And I remember the name I Heart Aries came to me in meditation. I heard it clear as day. And I was like, that's good. That's good, right? I'll run with that. Heard it clear as day. So whenever I'm saying this to say, whenever you get stumped on a situation or you don't know what the next steps are, meditation, I can say this on blue in the face, it will literally bring you the answer. It will bring you the answer. It will bring you to the next step. Okay. And I feel like this is very important for someone here who has been sitting on an idea or something that they need to start or a new direction that they need to go in because you have questions. Yeah, you can go to other people and get these questions answered, but there's some things that sometimes are really kept sacred and hidden just for you to discover. If it was that easy to go to someone else to find out the answer, then you know what I'm saying? It probably, I don't want to say it wasn't right or anything like that, but it may be something that you have to tap into along your spiritual path, your spiritual journey. So this is kind of the overall energy right now in the collective is that there's something here, a direction that you're moving in. You're trying to figure out your next steps. And it's something here that you need to start brand new. It looks like brand new. It could be a brand new direction. It could be something that you're adding to something that you're already doing, but is different. Is brand new than what you're used to. And it could be kind of scared with the fear card. Okay. So let's pull some tea leaf cards and then we'll get into the tarot because this is just, I don't want this to be too long. This is an energy check-in. So these cards keep them. So we got opportunity, the carrot, opportunity or windfall. You have wow, this card came out with that card the other day too. Beetle, good fortune, and the desk, pay attention to your work. So this absolutely, for whoever this is, it has something to do with your job, what you're creating, what you're bringing in for money, what you're bringing in for, to support you and your family. All right. We'll pull one more. Shuffle it out. Okay. All right. And so this card came out the other day too. We got July here at the bottom of the deck. So this is something significant may take off by then. But we got muddled and unclear thinking. And it definitely came in reverse this time because I just saw it flip all the way around. It's a circle. It came in reverse. So there may be something that is cleansing out for you. And also, maybe there is an energy of like having brain fog. Maybe you need to rest a little bit more and really find that time to meditate and tap in so you can discern what you're hearing. Let's pull one from the Orisha Tarot before we get into the Rider-Waite Tarot. There's one card here for Aries. What do they need to know right now? Spirit, what does Aries need to know right now? Wow. So you got Baba Lorisha. Okay. Wow, this is interesting. It looks like the Magician card. So let's see here. And it came upright too, guys. Let's see. I'm about to show you the card. This feels like it's really about like creation. These pages go so fast. So let's take a look here. Oop, there you have it. Okay. A virtuous, prudent, just man, giving wise counsel and making wise decisions with a deep and emotive psychology that will go deep inside your mind and heart. Full protection against all evil, peace and spirituality, solidarity, and what did it say? A measured, cautious person, and above all, showing strong meditation ability, concentration, and willpower. Good sense, which must prevail, or he could do nothing required of him or requested from him. Let me read that again. Good sense, which must prevail, or he could do nothing required of him or requested from him. This card advises perseverance, will, and analysis of goals. Let your spirit and mind prevail over matter. Have a strong belief in a higher power, Almighty God, which is the only way to success. There are more things in heaven and earth, Horatio, than are dreamt of in your philosophy. So that was from William Shakespeare. That was from William Shakespeare. So let me read this. Oh no, that's the reverse. So this is, I read the upright. That summed it up, really. Some of you may need to rewind that and listen to that again, but that really sums it up. Tapping in. You know what I heard while I was reading that? Analysis paralysis. Isn't that how it is? Analysis paralysis, where you're just going over something over and over again to where you're not doing anything. You're not moving forward at all. Wow. So maybe you need to call on Baba Larisha, I hope I'm saying that right, to help you, because this is about perseverance, continuing. This is really like not getting stuck. And it feels like you have everything that you need, right? Like the magician card. You have everything that you need to create and manifest and to continue forward, but you're doubting yourself. You are doubting yourself, especially with this muddled and unclear thinking. You're going over and over something in your head and you are creating obstacles by doubting yourself, or by allowing this fear to take over completely. And even underneath is Yemaya. So let's see here. Ooh, cards are flipping out. We got the King of Cups, Seven of Cups, and the Two of Wands. There's some sort of confusion. It's like you're creating your own illusions for yourself. We tend to do that out of fear. So let's see here. What is the energy that Aries is currently in right now? What is the energy? Ace of Pentacles at the bottom of that. What is the energy Aries is currently in? Yep. Yeah. Nine of Swords. Stressing over everything that you could possibly stress on. It's almost like you're adding to the list every day. Like, let me put this in the bag of things to stress about. You know what I'm saying? Like the Nine of Swords, although we have real things going on in our life, in our world, right, that really do keep us up at night sometimes. You have to, this is coming up because this is an indication that you have to release this. I feel that a lot of this is piling up because you're not acting, you're not taking action, you're letting time go by. And of course, as time goes by and you haven't taken the first step to do something, more anxiety is going to impede. And especially, and sometimes you need to take a look at this and then you let it go and release it. But sometimes when you look at or you think about where you could have been, and I'm not saying this is not a healthy practice all the time, but I'm just saying this now because this is, if you have to think about this when you're keeping yourself stuck. All the time as you're wasting over analyzing or having analysis paralysis, in that 2 to 3 weeks, you could really be covering ground. And then if that turns into 2 to 3 months, your life could be different. That's about as much time as it takes for your whole life to change. Yeah, people say it really could happen in a day, right? It really could. You can get some news and all of a sudden you're just a millionaire, billionaire because you inherited something or you won the lottery or even you found something, on the ground. People find envelopes of money, all kinds of stuff every day. It is possible. But if it's something you're creating and you're working at, usually about a month, 2 months, 3 months. You may not be this overnight success, which that is overnight success, but you will really show yourself how strong, how much. Oh my goodness, these little steps have really gotten me all the way over here. Look where I would have still been over there if I would have not started, if I would have not made the phone call, if I would not have gotten the LLC, if I would not have, started the plan of action. It just, this right here, although it's a very difficult energy to get to be in, you do have to remind yourself it's just going to continue to pile up on you until you make the move. Okay. Fear really does subside when you start acting, when you start taking action steps. Fear, I'm attesting to that. Fear, just like it's like something standing in front of you. It's literally like something standing in front of you. It's like a roadblock. The moment that you start walking towards fear, it literally dissolves like a cloud of like smoke. It does. It really does. And you think it's a pile of bricks that you got to lift and you got to do this. But when you start walking towards fear, it literally dissolves away. It's like our whole own human imagination. So let's see here. What is coming towards Aries? We have the Page of Cups. This feels like some sort of inspiration. This could also be intuitive messages from the divine on which steps for you to take next. Why is this coming towards Aries? Five of Pentacles and the Nine of Pentacles. For some of you, this inspiration, this message here, this intuitive message or this intuitive guidance is coming towards you to help you get out of a bad situation with your finances. Five of Pentacles, or even just feeling unworthy, like you can't create something or you can't make something or you can't do something. Like this Five of Pentacles can be a stressful financial situation, but it also could just be feeling depleted, depressed, and just even unworthy, or just feeling like you've just lost it all. With it being with the Knight of Pentacles clarifying it, I feel like somebody here just needs to know which way to go, what to do, how to start. And again, this leads back to meditation brings answers. Once you meditate and you receive this message, you can start to move forward. Slow and steady wins the race. And I'm telling you, you kind of want it to be slow and steady. Slow and steady allows you to get used to success. It allows you to get used to new routines. It allows you to be more successful when things of success come in slower than quicker. I promise you. Okay. Let's see here. What does Spirit want Aries to know? King of Swords. Let's clarify that. What does Spirit want Aries to know? Okay, the King of Swords. Queen of Pentacles. Some of you are. One more. Some of you cutting yourself off from your own abundance here with the Empress here. Some of you, it's like almost like, how old people used to say you're too smart for your own good. That's the energy I'm getting here with the Queen of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles, is that you're either already, maybe it could be business savvy, or this could just be whatever your craft is, whatever you're trying to create. You already got it. There's really no studying. You've already mastered something. You've already mastered this particular business or what this is that's going to bring you in money, abundance, and wealth. But with the Empress here in reverse, it feels like you don't believe in yourself. And that is going to be what is going to really hurt you. Okay, with the Three of Swords here. You don't feel like, or you don't believe that you can do it or you can create. Tell me more. And the Six of Wands is here saying that you are going to be successful. And really, all you have to do is start moving, start taking action, start making a plan of action. The Empress in reverse is like someone here does not feel adequate enough to receive the blessings that have already been, ordained, have been blessed for you. Look at that. Four of Cups and the Ten of Cups. Someone is ignoring their calling. Somebody is ignoring the message, the intuitive. It's the same cup here with this Page of Cups. The divine is trying to give you some sort of intuitive message and guidance on what to do that's literally going to lead you to your wish fulfilled, your wish actualized into reality. Like you know what I'm saying? It's here for you. but it's very scary. I know. Um, but you know what else? You know what else? I'm gonna tell you this. What else builds that brave spirit? I'm gonna say it again. It really is meditation. When you start getting good at it, when you start connecting, where you can sit down and connect and tap into source. As soon as you sit down, you get this level of, I don't want to say comfortability, but you should, first let me say this. You should always know that you're not alone, right? Obviously, we're not alone. That's what our connection to source is. But I think that when you start to meditate and you start to be able to hear, those lines of communication are very open and very clear. You feel like you got a gang walking with you. You know what I'm saying? You feel like you got people with you all the time. You feel like you have somebody with their hand with the blueprint open saying, hey, yeah, do this next, do this next. You really feel that way. And that's what builds confidence. The Six of Wands here. That's what builds confidence. When you start practicing using that discernment, that intuition, and you're showing it, you're being showed that it's leading you to success. That's what builds confidence. You can only do that by listening and then repeating, listening and repeating, repetition. You can only build that up. It's cool that you know what I'm saying, took a leap of faith this one time, but guess what? The success that you're being led to, you're going to have to take those leap of faith all the time. You're going to have to get comfortable with fear coming before the next big increase, or fear coming in before the next big level up. It is just natural. For whoever I'm speaking to, your dreams are very big, and whatever this next step is about to carry you here to your wish fulfillment, but you have to get used to that. You have to get used to it. I don't advise you to go jump out of a plane, but I don't know if you guys have been following me for long enough. When I first started, right before I started this channel, I was very afraid. And it took me about months, I think about 4 months here before I actually started, right? I had people telling me that, yeah, you need to start, you need to do this. And one thing, it was an exercise, but of course this was so Aries-esque, even though my Taurus cousin was the one that, she was the one who, this was her idea, but we jumped out of a plane. Like we went skydiving. Was it skydiving? Yeah, we went skydiving. We jumped out of a plane. And honestly, it was spiritual. It was obviously, it was very spiritual because it was fucking life and death, but it was very spiritual, and we treated it that way. Like, it was a fun thing to do, to go skydiving, but it was very ritual for us, because that representation of stepping, first of all, being harnessed to a complete stranger where my life was in his hands, that I met like literally 15 minutes before. That's no greater test of faith right there. You know what I'm saying? And I have a child on the ground. But we just said, if we could do this, we could do anything. You know what I'm saying? Literally, we can do anything. We jumped from 17,000 feet in the air. I think 17,000 or 14,000. I don't know. Thousands of feet in the air. Thousands of freaking feet in the air. Okay? I was in the back of the plane. And once we got up to the level of being ready to jump, all I remember seeing was people walking up to the door and disappearing. And I think that's probably I can tell you, was the scariest part. The waiting, being in the waiting of the jump. Once it was my turn to get to the door wide open. I think that's the next scariest freaking thing in the world, is being on a plane with the door open. How many times have you been on a plane with a door open? You know what I'm saying? Unless you're going skydiving. So when you get to the end of the plane and you see the door open, that's it. There's really no turning back. And that's when you realize, I have to jump. I'm strapped to this guy who's going to jump, so I have to jump. And I promise you, the second that my foot left the plane, there was no more fear. At that point, it was in God's hands. You know what I'm saying? There was absolutely no more fear. After that, it was adrenaline, it was excitement, it was okay if I die, I die. You know what I'm saying? We're doing this now. We're off the plane. I'm fucking flying. Like it literally feels like you're flying. It does not feel like you're falling. It feels like something is actually pushing you up when you're skydiving. So that was it. And once you realize, okay, the hardest part was stepping off, everything else just becomes fun and exciting and just like, wow, what's happening next? What's going to happen next? Where am I going to go from here? You know what I'm saying? And then there's a safety net. That safety net is source, is the divine, is staying connected, is your faith. Okay. It's the same thing. And that's kind of what we did. And I sure enough came back home and started my channel. So I'm not telling you to go jump off a plane. I'm really not. But if you want to, I'll give you a great place to go to. And you know what I'm saying? Where I know you're going to be safe. But I'm not telling you to jump off a plane. What I'm telling you is that the hardest part is taking the first step. That's it. That's it. So that's what I have for you guys. I hope you enjoyed this reading. Take care. Bye.